Hi, welcome back to the Lift and Glow Fitness podcast. Today, we're going to talk all about creatine. We get a lot of questions from our clients about whether women should be taking creatine. So we're going to talk all about that. But before we get stuck in, please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future episodes from us. So I'm here with Sammy.
Hi.
Just the two of us today.
Yeah. Lonely crew.
A little quiet one.
And Olive.
We are very chatty. Oh yeah, and Olive. So there is three. So can't forget about Olive. But it's all good. We like a little chat, don't we?
Yes.
So we thought today we talk about creatine.
Mm-hmm.
I got asked this question. So one of my clients online, she is moving from fat loss phase into maintenance phase. She's happy with her weight loss and now she's thinking, right, I want to build some muscle. I want to get stronger. And she's like, is now the time to start taking creatine? And I was like, wait, what?
You don't know where to take it?
I was like, oh no, we should have been like, it's something that we recommend to all women to take. Because there are many other benefits. Yes, building muscle, building strength are great benefits of creatine, but they're not the only benefits.
No, definitely not.
And it's great for everyone to take. Mm-hmm. So regardless of the goal, regardless if you even go to the gym, you can supplement with creatine.
I think people think it's just a supplement to take if you go to the gym. Like people don't think you need protein if you go to the gym, but it's fundamental for health, isn't it, anyway?
Yeah. So like, let's talk about what creatine is then. So creatine is already within us. Mm-hmm. It's already stored within our muscles. It's something that we naturally have.
Us, yeah.
So I think a lot of people think with supplements, I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know, because they think that
they're putting something alien inside the body, but actually it's already in your body anyway. Yeah, and all you're doing is enhancing that level of what you've got.
Yeah, and I feel like, it has benefits, but I feel like we can get a little bit, so like a lot of women are like, oh, I don't want to take a protein shake because I don't want to bulk up. Yeah. And it's the same sort of association with creatine. They don't want to take creatine because they think they're going to bulk up, and that's like the worst nightmare for women.
This is like Cartoon Network vibes. I always think like Johnny Bravo. Like people think they're going to have one protein shake and look like dead stocky, or one scoop of creatine in their water is going to make them bulk up. But actually, it's not. Like we always say about every topic, it isn't that easy to build muscle.
No,
if
really
it was, it'd be
isn't.
fab, but it's not.
Yeah, it really isn't. You can tell that from my glutes. It might look like
as him.
Years to get some glutes. So creatine is already stored within our muscles. It's something that we already have, and we recommend supplementing with it because we don't get enough from our diet a lot of the time. So we can get it from red meat and from fish, but in order for us to benefit them in the most way that we can, it's really helpful to supplement with it. It's one of the most highly researched supplements, so it's safe to take for pretty much everyone.
I was actually listening to a podcast the other day, and it said that creatine is actually more researched than like whey protein, and like so many more people have. I don't know how true it was, but I presume it's true. How so many people will just happily take protein shakes or whatever, like go and grab them from the fridge in Tesco or whatever, or get like powder. But there's actually so much more evidence-based research on creatine than there is on protein. Maybe
that's because whey protein is just milk powder.
Yeah, I suppose. We kind of know what it is, whereas creatine's a bit more scary, isn't it?
Yeah, or maybe it's it needed more
it
research behind it because it's one of these things that isn't as simple as it just being milk powder.
Yeah, like
so maybe
something
it's
that we already have anyway.
Yeah, but it is interesting, but it has so many benefits and not just muscle. I think for overall health, there's tons of benefits. I've written some down so that we don't forget any. So it helps your muscles produce energy quickly. And so it actually helps with your performance.
Yeah.
So that's like a huge benefit, like improved strength and power in your workout. So if you're someone who, we should all be trying to get stronger.
Yes.
Like strength training. I think we know by now, if you've listened to this for a while, just go and fucking lift weights. So whether your goal is fat loss, whether your goal is muscle gain, whether your goal is to run a half marathon or to perform well at High Rocks or to just be healthier, everyone should be lifting weights. Like I've never met a person and been like, you shouldn't lift weights.
You should put them down.
Yeah, like it's just no matter what the goal is, whether you care about how you look, how you perform or your health long term, lifting weights is going to benefit you in so many ways. And obviously if we're trying to get stronger, then creatine can benefit us. It can help us get stronger. So it helps increase your ability to lift heavier and push harder in your training. And that means a better muscle tone, more strength and like faster progression over time. So obviously progressive overload is a really important part of lifting weights.
Training and progressing, yeah.
So creatine can help accelerate your progressive overload. Do you notice a difference when you take it?
I've taken it now for so many years. Like I haven't really had a gap. Like I even took it on holiday with me the other week. But like, I feel like when I first started taking it, I saw a big difference in, because obviously now I do more strength than I used to, but back then it was like pure CrossFit and HIIT and endurance. And I feel like I did see a difference in like my performance in the gym and like my, my like stamina in workouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also like recovering. I feel like my muscles recovered so much more. My DOMs weren't as bad. And like I wasn't still feeling the previous day's workout the following day as much as what I used to. And which obviously DOMs do ease the more you get used to, you know, we know in Lift and Glow, the 4-week program, like by the end of the 4 weeks, the girls are used to it.
Little escape artists.
Thank you, yeah. But yeah, no, I did find it made like a really positive difference, definitely.
Yeah. Do you know what? Well, I take it like consistently.
It's hard to remember when you didn't, isn't it?
But I notice it with clients. So for example, I'm thinking of like Faye from the gym. I remember when she started taking it, I noticed how she was training. She got really, she was progressing in the gym. And I also noticed in like her physique as well.
Yeah.
I definitely really did
like,
notice.
Not bulky, but like just lean out, don't you?
Yeah,
like,
you feel more toned, you feel leaner. Because obviously you're holding on to, your muscles hold on to more water when you have creatine. So you look more pumped, you look leaner. And she was getting so many compliments. She was getting so many compliments and everyone was like, oh, you look amazing. She was like, I've started taking creatine.
Yeah.
Obviously she's trained for years.
I've literally had like about 4 or 5 online clients over the past month who have all started taking it. And I'm like, yes, just hold on to it. But loads of them were scared, being like, oh no, but I'm going to like weigh more on the scales and I'm going to, you know, I'm just going to bulk out. Like what if like my clothes don't fit? And I'm like, no, it's not that. Like honestly, just take it and you'll see the benefits. But I think it's also being patient with it, isn't it? And waiting to actually feel and see the benefits as well. Like it's not overnight. Don't they say it's like 2 to 3 weeks for it to stay in your system or something?
For it to kind of settle down the scale
like that
weight
level.
thing. Because this is something that we're going to talk about later about like the weight gain situation. But if you are worried about taking creatine because of the weight gain and you can't listen to the whole of episodes, then just forget about the fucking scales and just take it anyway. It'll all level out. It's purely just water. Another benefit is it supports lean muscle growth. So obviously it's not going to bulk you up, but it increases what we've just said, the water content in your muscles, which makes you look fuller and therefore more lean and defined. So this is exactly what I've just said about Faye. She looked leaner. That was so cute. She looked leaner because her muscles had more water and so look more defined.
Yeah. And so many, like how many clients have you had that come to you and go, like, what's the goal? I want to look more toned. I want to look leaner. And like, well, obviously it's not just taking creatine, but that is a part of it. And obviously it's a massive benefit from it, isn't it?
Yeah. The recovery is a huge one, which you've already mentioned. So like the soreness or like your ability to train again. I noticed this year when doing the half marathon training, I was much more, no, obviously I didn't run all year. I only started again in like the December, but I was recovering much better from the runs. I think my nutrition was better, but also from taking creatine, I felt like my legs weren't dead all the time.
Yeah, like dead lead heavy.
Yeah. And because I wasn't taking creatine last year and was this year.
Yeah.
So I noticed a difference in that as well.
Why did you take it last year? Just forgetting. Yeah. It is something you've got to be consistent with as well, haven't you? But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. So this is one that I think is massively underrated and it's boosting brain health and function.
Which people don't realise, do they? Yeah,
yes.
Like your cognitive health and everything.
So there's been studies which have come out and said that there's a correlation between low creatine levels and risk of dementia. So a lot of like, you know, people who are getting dementia and these types of things, different forms of dementia, they're finding that these people have low creatine. And this is really important for if you're like a vegetarian or anything and like you're thinking about your long-term health.
Because your protein's already going to be lower anyway.
Because your protein's lower, because you're not getting any source of creatine in because you don't eat any meat or fish. You should be supplementing with creatine for your long-term health. Like I don't think enough of us, like I think people think I'm strange because I'm always like, I'm thinking of the old lady Hayley, I'm thinking of the future me, and I think about her a lot. Like I think I want to be this nan who's like bouncing around in her 80s, like
and dead strong
and healthy, and I don't want to be
from Aldi with all your shopping bags on your own,
and I don't want to be struggling. Like obviously, dementia's something that it's just
on
like,
a lot of us.
Yeah. Everyone knows someone like in their family who've had it.
Yeah.
I just think if you can mitigate that now by keeping your creatine levels nice and healthy, then why not? Do you know what I mean? So it's an easy thing to take. So why not? And I think this is the research about the cognitive support is only just coming out now, in the last like couple of years.
I think that's why it's always been like perceived to be just a gym enhancer, like workout, but actually no, it's for everything. And it also helps with your hormones and stuff, doesn't it, as well? Like female hormones.
Just before we
go on, sorry.
If you're in the menopause or perimenopause and you haven't been taking creatine, then it's really beneficial to take for your cognitive function as well.
It helps with all the brain fog and everything, doesn't it? Things like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Which a lot of our menopausal clients talk about, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. And then, what did you just say?
Hormone health.
So this is actually what made me start taking it again, because I'm just like mad on hormones. Like,
mad about my hormones.
I'm always talking about toxic stuff, and drinking out of this takeaway cup stresses me out because that affects your hormones.
And you never microwave plastic either, do you?
No, wouldn't never dream of my mum. So the other day, my mum was making us a brekkie. This is a bit of a sidetrack, but it doesn't matter. Mum was making us a brekkie, and she was like, do you remember this bowl? And it's this 35-year-old red plastic bowl that she used to heat up our baby food in. And she was about to pour the beans in. And I was like, don't you dare put the beans in that and heat it up in the microwave. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, don't. I was like, the amount of
do you not know me anymore?
I was like, that's 35 years old. You've heated stuff up in it from when I was a baby and you're still using it now. I was like, fucking put it in the bin. It's like, don't use it. And our Mike's like, do you heat Harry's food up in that? And I was like, if you do, don't ever do it again.
Trying to poison us all.
She's like, right, I'll just get a normal bowl then. I was like, don't, never plastic. No, I don't think she will have put it in the bin because my mum's got loads of stuff from like 30 years ago. I think she probably kept it. But I don't think she'll ever try and make me anything with it again.
Traumatized.
But yeah, microplastics is like a really, really bad thing for hormone health. So like takeaway cups, microwaving in plastic, like plastic Tupperware, never. Plastic ready meal packets, would never. Plastic bags that veg come in, never.
I always do that.
Do you?
Yeah. Maybe I need to read up more on that as well. It's only because you've read so much though, isn't it?
No, but once you start reading, it's actually being proven. It's proven. Like we ingest like a credit card worth of plastic every week, apparently. And like plastic water bottles. So, and it's even in our tap water. So if you can reduce it from your food and from your water bottles, that you're always going to take microplastics in. It's in our environment. But if you can reduce it in some ways, it's like the toxins thing. I get Botox. But having non-toxic cleaning products, because rather than overload the system, I'm just going to choose which ones I have. Do you know what I mean?
Botox is important.
I can't live without Botox, but I can live with non-toxic cleaning products. So you know what I mean?
Gotta weigh it up, balance.
So when you think about your hormone health, like our generation has the highest level of hormone issues. PCOS, endometriosis. I feel like it was never
talked about, like when we were younger. I mean, obviously we were young as well, but I feel like now it's talked about so much more, isn't it? Like so many things have become apparent and getting tested, and
and also our birth rate is the lowest it's ever been. The fertility issues are the highest they've ever been. Like there's more IVF happening, and there's different things in our environment. It's like because of the stressful environment that we have, always living on screens, but also like plastics. They think microplastics is like. Once you start looking into it, they think microplastics is like a huge cause of like fertility issues, like sperm count, sperm quality, egg health.
God. It is scary, isn't it, when you think about it?
You know that microplastics were found in 100% of human placentas. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 100%
so just like you're feeding that to the baby, like
it's going to your baby. So there's no way of completely stopping it. But you should try and reduce. Yeah.
Okay, point taken.
So don't heat stuff up in plastic. It's not
Are you
okay.
Listening, She's chewing on the plastic bones.
It doesn't matter. Kira has plastic bones. But I don't know. I think it was the one thing. And even on things like EIQ, which is very evidence-based, they would not share anything that didn't have evidence backed.
No.
And they talk about the effects of microplastics. Yeah. So like, it is wild. And our generation, we've ingested plastics from a young age, whereas no generation before us has.
Because of how life is now.
And I feel like that's why there's a huge
so
impact.
prominent.
Yeah. So things like endometriosis, PCOS, fertility issues, also autoimmune issues like fibromyalgia and I don't know, can't even think of MS, things like that. It's just something to be mindful of. Food quality, reducing microplastics. But going back to creatine,
everyone will be like Googling that now while listening to it.
I really would suggest that you do.
That's a whole other episode. We could do another episode.
It is like a fertility is a whole other episode. But I talk about it a lot. Everyone listening to the podcast like came here for health and fitness, not for you to talk about fertility. But
it's all good.
It's women's health, isn't it? And like obviously the people who we're speaking to are our age and might be struggling with these things. So the hormone health, it's still being studied, but early research says that creatine can help regulate mood during menstrual cycles. It can improve symptoms of PMS and then also reduce mental fatigue during hormonal dips.
So just like your brain functions that anyway.
Yeah. Just overall, like we know protein's important for the menstrual cycle, and then maybe the link is creatine and protein. Well. So
that's interesting that.
So common misconceptions are it'll make you gain weight. What's your thoughts?
It doesn't. Like you're not gonna just automatically gain weight from taking a supplement. Like you're gonna gain weight if you're eating a surplus. And also like the way people think you're gonna gain weight from like retaining loads of water, like you're gonna blow up like that auntie off Harry Potter's head really came into my head. What's she called? The Princess Mascot when she blew us up.
What's her name? Marjorie.
Is it Marge?
Marjorie, I think.
Oh my God, the way my brain works is scary.
I love that.
So ADHD. But yeah. So yeah, you're not going to blow up like that. Like it's, unless you're eating a calorie surplus or the way people think you're going to gain weight, i.e. you're going to look bulkier and you're going to grow the muscle, like you're not going to do that unless, again, you're in a big surplus, you're lifting and training ridiculous amounts of weights. But obviously muscle growth takes time anyway, so it's not going to happen over a couple of weeks, but yeah.
So you might actually step on the scales and be heavier when you start taking creatine.
Yeah, because it's water
let's
retention.
Be clear that when people say they don't want to gain weight, they are talking about fat. I like to be really clear about weight gain and fat gain being two completely different things.
Yeah.
Not all weight gain is bad. You can gain weight and build muscle and actually look smaller.
Yeah.
You can gain weight and just be holding on to water, but you haven't gained fat. Like we shouldn't care about scale fluctuations. No. We should care about actual fat.
Yeah. I say this to all my clients. Like one of my clients got back off holiday the other day and she was like, oh, like I've gone up on the scales. Like, and just ignore them. You've been on holiday. You've enjoyed yourself. You've been eating like pasta, drinking Aperol. Like you've been chilling. You've been traveling. Like, your body's going to retain in water. And like, obviously, totally different thing. But even if you were taking creatine, you might retain water for, they say 2 to 3 weeks, like we said before. But then your body will sort of like plateau and get used to it, and then those scales will drop down. But like you said, it's water weight. It's not fat. You're not gaining fat. You're not getting fatter.
So when you start taking creatine, you might notice that the scales creep up a little bit, or that you struggle to lose. Say like if you're in fat loss phase, you might have a few weeks where you don't lose weight. And that's just because creatine is doing what it needs to do. It's saturating your muscles, and with that comes water. That's why you look more defined and leaner and toned when you take it, because there's more water stored in your muscles. So it's not a bad thing. So like gotta be real. Yes, the scales might go up, but so fucking what? Get over it. It isn't fat.
This is what I like. The same client has been away as well. Like she always freaked because when she joined with me, she was like, I've never got below X amount of kilos, and I was like, we're going to, and we did. But then like the odd time when like her scales fluctuate, I'm like, yeah, but can we just go back to the previous question in the check-in? Like you've just said how you're feeling amazing, you get loads of compliments, your clothes are fitting better. So think about that. Think about how lean you're feeling, like how well you're performing in the gym. Why the fuck does it matter that you've gone up a kilo on scales? Like why do people fixate so much on them?
It's because for a long time it was the only way to
monitor.
And also you need to think about things like Weight Watchers and Slimming World, where people weighed you in front of other people, and if you didn't lose weight or if you gained weight, you were like ridiculed, or even if you weren't intentionally ridiculed, you felt it because it was embarrassing. Now that's a whole other podcast, because I fucking hate like the fixation on the scales. it's one tool. That's why I always say it's one tool to measure progress, and it's not the best tool.
No.
Like you could stay the exact same weight and drop a couple of dress sizes if you change the composition of your body.
Yeah.
So if you build more muscle and you lose body fat, you might drop 2 dress sizes and
still weigh the same.
I
must admit, even myself, like when I fluctuate from like getting leaner for holiday, I go between like 2 kilos different up and down.
Yeah.
Like it can fluctuate between the days. Like it does not bother me. But I think it takes time, obviously, to disassociate with from and desensitize.
To desensitize yourself to the scales, because it's what you've always known to focus on. But what we need to be focusing on as a priority is like how you feel needs to always be number one. Yeah. Like, what's the quality of your life like? How do you feel energy-wise, mood-wise? I think that's number one, because your leanest isn't always your happiest. Your lightest isn't always your happiest.
You can be the lights on scales, but actually feel like shit, look like shit. Your relationships go to shit.
When I was a size 6,
you were
clothes
miserable.
were hanging off me. I wasn't happy and I wasn't healthy. Like my skin was really bad, my gut was really bad, my energy was really bad, my relationship with food was bad.
And you pick up my like every little gym that's going around.
Was bad. Yeah. And so like that wasn't my healthiest. And okay, I'm bigger now, but this is me
Happier
healthy.
And healthier.
Yeah, this is me healthy. So I think how you feel is number one. It's number one than what you weigh. But also like, use measurements, photos and dress sizes as a way to measure your progress. So that you don't get frustrated. Like the amount of times, once someone's been working with us for long enough, it gets forgotten about.
Yeah.
But at the start, it's like, oh, I haven't lost any weight. And I'm like, well, like your client, earlier on, you've just told me you put a pair of jeans on you haven't been able to wear in 6 months. So of course you've lost fat. Maybe your scales have stayed the same because you've had more carbs, or you're due on your period, or maybe you've got a bit of DOMS, or maybe you've started taking creatine, but you fit into the jeans that you wanted to fit into.
And that was your main goal at the beginning.
So
it annoys me, like upsets me that, you know, people can be on such a high and they're so proud of themselves and happy with themselves, as they should be.
Yeah.
But then the minute they step on those scales, they're like, oh, fuck it. And I'm like,
feel like a failure.
Yeah, like it's so frustrating.
They feel like a complete failure.
Yeah.
And I know both of us are trying to get that completely like resolved within so many people.
Like you said, like so many clients, like whether it be in the gym or online clients, like after a month even, they're like, oh, actually, these aren't that important anymore. And and it is, like, I love that when you get through to someone.
I feel like, well, this is why we do like a 6-week kind of like starter package, like, because in that, it takes you 6 weeks to really understand what we're trying to teach you.
Yeah.
You can't, within 3 weeks, you don't have enough time to understand the fluctuations. No. You don't have enough time to understand how to navigate your social life. Like, this is why we don't do like 21-day challenges and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think even like a fortnight, like people think after a week of eating healthily, they know what to put inside their bodies, then they've smashed it, they're done. To be fair, even the 6-week challenge, like I think you'll agree.
You're not done.
No, and a lot of people, like I know you've like given me clients who have done the 6 weeks and then they've dropped off, and within like a month, I can think of a couple of names now, like they've come straight back because they're like, oh, I got lost. And like even us now, 6, 7, 8 years into lifting and being healthy, I'm learning every day. Like, I still have everything.
To be. I am still. I think there's a real big misconception that it all just becomes easy and it all becomes automatic.
Never easy. Yeah.
And like, okay, in a way, my eating is automatic, but I still have to be like, Hayley, hang on a minute. You can't stop eating sweets.
Yeah.
Or hang on a minute, you've ate out 3 times. You need to be sensible with this one.
You still have to actively forward think about stuff.
I still consciously have to sit there and be like, this is when I'm going to do my workouts. Because if I don't do that, it won't happen.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So even though it does get easier because you build routines, you always have to be intentional with taking care of your health. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I mean, I have to be intentional with washing my hair. Like sometimes I'm like, how long ago was it since I washed my hair? I'm like, ugh. Yeah. So all these little things, like even like your job, you still have to be intentional. You might have done your job for 10 years, but you still got to think about things. And so your health and fitness is no different. We kind of got sidetracked. So the weight gain is not a bad thing. The weight gain alongside creatine is not a bad thing because it's not fat. And also it's not tons of muscle. Yep. It's water. You do build muscle quicker with creatine, but it's not like a miracle.
No,
it's not steroids. Do you know what I mean? It's not like taking testosterone, or growth hormone. Yeah. It's absolutely not that. It just increases it slightly. and obviously increases your performance. And so because your performance increases, your ability to build muscle does. So this loading, what do you think about this like loading of so people say you need to like take more of it for
like take a double dose, isn't it, for something for so long?
Yeah. Do you tell people to do that?
Bollocks. No.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
I was like, I'm so glad you said that. I was like, no, Sammy, you do.
No, but it's okay to have different ways of doing things.
No.
That's not something that I usually recommend. I just say, just crack on, take a normal dose.
Because you've already got it in your system anyway. So it's not like because to me, loading sounds like you're introducing something new. But you're not. You're just supplementing, aren't you?
Yeah. And within a couple of weeks anyway, you've got it's
in your system probably,
yeah. Do you need to cycle it? So do you need to take like 8 weeks on and 4 weeks off? And no, you can take it all the time.
Yeah, I've literally taken it. Well, obviously I've forgotten a few days because I'm human, but I've taken it every day now for like years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just
one of those things that is just part of a healthy.
Yeah. I literally I am bad with supplements in general. Like I'll go through a phase of taking vitamin D and taking multivits, and then I'll forget for a couple of months, but my creatine and like electrolytes, something that I take every day, just because I keep it dead simple. I get up in the morning, whatever time I'm in work, get my juice bottle, pour my Vim Twinks, I'm a Vimto gal, and then I put my scoop of creatine in, and that's it then. Like that's when I make my bottle of water in the morning, that is it, yeah. And it's like layering up that habit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like attaching it to something.
I just want to briefly talk about creatine gummies.
So that I don't really know that much about them, but I've heard there's been loads of like
there's been a bit of a scandal.
Controversy. Yeah. What's that brand? I don't want to say a brand, but what's it called?
Don't mention the brand.
No.
But I couldn't even remember it anyway.
No, I can't. But they've got massive like advertisement and marketing, but actually the content of creating them is like nothing, isn't it? Yeah.
So I think
they just look fancy.
James Smith, and if you want to know more about this, go and look on his channel because he did like an in-depth video about it where he talked about the research.
Yeah.
But I don't think he just researched one brand. I think it was multiple brands. And taking creatine gummies is you don't get the same level of creatine. I think you have to take 3 to 5 gummies, and like the cost is insane.
Yeah.
Like the cost is insane. So like to take a tub of powder, like it's fairly affordable for a tub of powder and it lasts your ages. The creatine gummies, I can't remember how much it is, but it's at least like 5 times the cost.
For like half the price, if not,
Yeah, so you have to take a lot of the gummies in one go. The research that's been done on the gummies don't even have the creatine in that they're supposed to have. And there's also you're not meant to put creatine in heated things. So like some people put it in the porridge. You're not meant to put it in porridge. And so the process of creating a gummy heats creatine up. So I don't even think that it's able to even be like.
I didn't know that about heat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I wouldn't bother with gummies. It's not cost effective. It's still and it doesn't have the same amount in.
No.
So just take a powder, and like you've said, is the best way to take it with your electrolytes or with a juice.
Just put it in a drink. Yeah.
Don't have it with plain water because it is fucking powdered.
Unless you can get flavoured ones though, can't you?
Yeah.
But I just rather have them flavoured and put it in juice. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get flavoured ones.
One of the girls in the gym actually the other week, she brought me in a tub of, well, not me personally, but she was like, do you take this? Can you have them? My creatine tablets. But they're massive.
Yeah.
And you have to take 3 at a time.
3, yeah.
I don't know why people like choose to have to just get a scoop of powder. It's so much easier.
I got some freebies of the tablets and I never took them.
No.
I just went to the powder.
I did take them on holiday with me because it was easier. But
so you don't look like a drug smuggler.
No, but at home, and I was like, if these get pulled out of my case. But yeah, just a scoop of creatine in your drink is just the easiest option.
Yeah. I just wouldn't have it in tea or porridge, and just have it with juice.
Yeah,
plain is actually quite grim. It's quite powdery. Best type of protein, so creatine monohydrate.
Yes, yeah.
So don't search creatine monohydrate.
Yeah.
And there's no one brand better than another. Like brands that we love is I love Applied Nutrition.
I've used My Protein as well. My Protein. Yeah. I've only ever used those two, to be fair.
But they're all the same.
Yeah, it's the same ingredient. If you're just going for plain creatine monohydrate, that's what hopefully is in it.
If you do order from Applied Nutrition now, I do not get any money from this, by the way, but they gave us a discount code. It's HB30.
I tell everyone about that.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, thanks.
I don't get anything from it, but I'm like, if you can get 30% off, get 30% off. It's just because I know the owner, so I've just got a little discount code for clients. So 3 to 5 grams, which is basically 1 scoop of creatine each day. Timing?
we were talking this before, weren't we? Like people, I've seen loads of videos and reels and posts that say, take it this time, take it that time, take it here, take it after this food. Like, it doesn't matter. As long as, I think we're on the agreement, aren't we? As long as you take it at some point in your day, you take it consistently every day, it's in your system.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I think just layering it to something else, like a time when you will remember to take it.
I just think the internet loves to to complicate everything.
Yeah.
And we were even talking before where we're like, coaches just love to sound like they know it all and like to make things overcomplicated. And maybe there is an ideal time to take it, but the most important thing is that you take it.
We're all normal, busy humans. Just get it in your body.
Just get it in. And if you miss a day, it's all right. Like, just take it the next day. Yeah. It's not a problem.
It's not going to disappear out your system.
Yeah. It's not a problem. And don't overcomplicate things. Like, you've got to take it at this time or pre-workout or post-workout. Take it at a time that you will remember. Mm-hmm. I do think first thing in the morning is a great time to take it because you get up, you're having a drink anyway, hopefully, if you're staying hydrated. Yeah. So just make it as part of your morning drink. And but if you don't, you can take it before you work out, after you work out, you can take it in the afternoon.
Yeah, there are days that I've got to take it in the morning and I'm like making a glass of juice at night and I've gone, just take it then.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not, you don't need to overcomplicate it. One thing that you want to do is make sure you're staying hydrated when you take it because it pulls water into your muscles. So just plenty of water.
That was it. Well, I was going to say years ago, someone said to me, doesn't it cause...
Olive's just done a little weird.
Did you fall and jump or something?
No, I think she's just trying to get comfy, bless her.
Oh. You tired? Someone said to me, I'm going to say the wrong organ now. Is it your liver or your pancreas? Kidney. Yeah, it's that one. But like, doesn't creatine cause kidney failure? I was like, no. Like, no. That just reminded me because you're saying about keeping hydrated. So yeah, that's another myth.
Yeah, it is. I think there are certain people with kidney dysfunction who should consult a doctor before taking it.
The member of the gym who gave them said that her doctor told her to stop taking them because she does have kidney problems. So that's why she passed them on to me. So yeah, if you've been told by a medic, then don't.
Probably should have said that at the start. Yeah. But if you've been specifically told not to take creatine, then don't take it. If you're unsure and you've got some sort of kidney issue, then ask your doctors or ask ChatGPT because they're quite.
I can't wait to play ChatGPT later.
I know. Me and ChatGPT are good friends. Okay,
he's a favourite member of your team now. He's overtaken all of us.
He's not my favourite member of the team, but he's like 10 different team members in one. He's fucking, and he's always a him. Why is he a him? Should be a girl. Girl's better.
Yeah, I feel like we do. So I always think it's a boy as well.
I think
he's a real boy.
Robots are boys to me.
Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
so creatine, it's not going to make you big and bulky. It's not going to turn you into the She-Hulk. Mm-hmm. It's not going to make you gain fat, but it will make the scales go up potentially. But that is water and it's just doing its thing. So let it do it. Mm-hmm. It's not a reason to not take it. Stay hydrated when you take it. Take it whenever you remember to, on a consistent basis. Anything else? You might, some people do get like the stomach, like sometimes when you're adjusting to it, and stuff. A bit bloated. Yeah. Just
but
let
it'll
it
pass.
Sell. Yeah.
Just your body getting used to it, isn't it?
Yeah. If you forget to take it, don't panic. Just take it at the next opportunity or the next day. Mm-hmm. But it's not just about muscle. It's about long-term health as well. So take it.
Yeah. And lift weights.
Just fucking lift.